Today we have a dilemma video. Yay. Hello beautiful there. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. Today we have a dilemma video. Yay. We're gonna help out somebody with their little problem or their little question, and you guys are gonna comment down below your thoughts as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hey Courtney, hey girl, please could I ask your advice on something? Of course. I know you are really passionate about sisterhood and watched your videos, and having watched your having watched your videos and seen how you are with your friends, it made me realize that I don't have a lot of girlfriends and have always preferred to hang around with guys. I think girls are rather bitchy and have experienced mean ones. However, I wanted to know if you thought a girl only having male friends or a majority of male friends was a bad thing, or if I need to go out of my way to find friends that are girls. Lots of love. So let's get right into it. Firstly, I do think a girl only hanging out with guys like ever and pretty much only having like male friends is kind of sketchy. It's kind of off because okay, so first of all, the reason why I believe in sisterhood, and like by sisterhood I don't mean like being connected by blood or like some sort of cultish pact. I mean just having women around you who support you to kind of fulfill your purpose, and like they speak life into you, they believe in your vision, they believe in what you're called to do, they believe in your purpose, constantly reaffirm your value, and they kind of understand where you're coming from. And the reason why I think we all need sisters around us is because I feel like no one can really understand you like a woman can understand you. Do you get what I mean? Like another woman can check you, like tell you, sis, he ain't the one. Sis, you being lazy. Sis, stop it now. Sis, I love you, but you the one, you trifling. Like I feel like only another woman can check you like that out of love. Like I do understand what you're saying about like finding bitchy women, and I feel like even that term can sometimes be a reflection of like internalized misogyny, because a lot of women sometimes meet women who are kind of on their grind and automatically also think, oh, she's bitchy, like, and sometimes it ain't like that. Like I do think you should go out of your way to find people who will accept you for who you are, and you should also be more open to accepting people and not project your kind of experiences and disappointments in other women onto the new women that you meet, because everyone is different. Maybe the women that you met were just mean, but there are loads of nice people out there, and so yeah, don't do the whole projecting thing. I think also when I meet people and they're like, I don't have any female friends, sometimes I do look at it as it is side-eye worthy for me, because sometimes it is a reflection of insecurity. It is a reflection of I want guys around me. Sometimes people assume it's because of romantic kind of to get romantic interest, and I feel like that's not always the case. Some people aren't just hanging around with loads of guys because they want to have sex with them. Like sometimes they just have loads of guy friends, but I think it's a bit suspect when you have no female friends and no female friends around you, like to mentor you or to be older sisters to you or younger sisters to you who you mentor, or just having friends around you that you can really get down with and be honest with and be face to face, and who can hold your hand through some really traumatic times that women go through. I sometimes find it suspect because it is sometimes a reflection of an insecure woman, that a woman doesn't want anyone around them because they see the presence of another woman as an indication of competition, that we commence competition when I'm in the room with another woman, and that is in itself and a result of patriarchy. But also we sometimes internalize that whole like, I don't want women around me, or I don't want people, yeah, I don't want women around me particularly who are doing better than me or who will push me to do better, because sometimes we see people who try to push us and really convince us of how great we are. We sometimes see it as like, are you shading me? Like, are you trying to say that I'm not doing good in my life? Like what's going on? So I think sometimes it's important to really be particular with the sort of women that you have around you. But also just in terms of like, for me, sisterhood is also about being sympathetic to women. You don't have to, like, I hate when people assume because you're a feminist or because you believe in like women being empowered and sisterhood and stuff like that, that you agree with all women. I don't agree with all women. I don't like all the women that I meet. There are some that I'm just like, I don't want you around me. I don't want you in my space. However, my posture towards them is one of is still one of honor. And I do believe in honoring sisterhood, and what I mean by that is it's still one of, I'm not going to drag your name through the mud. I mean, unless we've got a fight, then we've got to scrap, but hopefully we ain't got to do that. But I'm not going to drag you for filth. I feel like there's enough going against women in the world for us to now turn on each other. And just in general, like supporting people from afar. If you see a female-owned business, retweet that. If you see somebody doing their thing, give them a heads up, like, yo, I see you doing your thing and I love that. This is a universal thing that you can do for men and you can do for women. But I feel like when women empower each other, it's another thing that helps us break through the barriers that are already set before us as women, as black women, as lesbian women, as transgender women, whoever. Like, even if we don't agree with each other, we can still move forward. And I think that's really important to understand. And getting women on your side means that you have a strong, like for me, my friends are not just a reflection of me, but I am a reflection of them. Like, if you meet my friends, I always tell people this, my friends, the women that are around me, the women that mentor me, the friends that encourage me, the sisters that I keep close by, they know my deepest, darkest secrets. They know what I'm going through. They know what, and they have a perspective that is, Courtney wants to achieve this in her life, and how she's acting right now, because they can see me from the outside, not just from the inside. How she's acting right now, does that align with who she is, who she's trying to be, what she's expressed she's trying to achieve? And if it don't, they're quick to tell me, sis, you acting wild, you wilding out. But also, they're there to comfort me. I know that I personally have had really big trials, which I feel like a lot of people may not understand. But the women around me have tried their best to understand where I'm coming from and to counsel me. And I can be vulnerable in front of another woman without feeling like she's going to use it. Well, there are some women out there actually who will use the things that they learn about you against you. But I feel like we shouldn't use that as the norm. Not everyone is evil. I feel like in this culture of trust issues, everyone's mean, everyone's this, I'm gonna keep myself to myself, I'm gonna move in silence, why are we being taught, or why are we learning to act so paro? Like, why are we moving mad shady, like I can't trust anyone? There are people out there who aren't to be trusted, but generally everyone's just trying to get on with their life. Some people just genuinely don't care about the moves that you're making. Like, it's not bad mind, we just don't care. That's a completely different rant. But in terms of your question, having male friends is not a bad thing. I think guys and girls can definitely be friends. But I think your closest friends who knows the ins and outs, who really understand your vulnerable places, who can really cultivate the thing in you, usually that's women. I find like women are nurturers, and I feel like we nurture each other. We are each other's mothers, we are each other's sisters, we are each other's friends. And like, for example, I remember talking to my friend recently and her basically telling me, like, she works with somebody. She was telling me how she has a network of other women who help her take care of her child while she's doing this course that she's doing. That to me is so beautiful, and that's something that maybe sometimes you don't want to trust a man with, or you just don't see men supporting you in that way. Having sisters is what helps you in that way, and they don't just have to be blood relatives. They can also be just friends. They can be your best friend. They can be your girls you hang with. But sisterhood for me isn't just about getting women around you. For me, it's all about being purpose driven. And when you have friends who are purpose driven and they also drive you to purpose, that's who you should be doing life with. And in a world which is kind of pushed onto us or made us obsessed with relationships and romantic relationships and girls getting with guys and guys getting with girls, like, we also need to really strengthen our friendships, because they are also a vehicle to purpose. They're also a vehicle to destruction. I just feel like friendship is really important. Sisterhood is particularly important, and it's close to my heart because I know how much sisterhood has done for me. So in terms of having male friends, have male friends, but get some female friends in your circle for sure, and start off small. Sometimes you just need one friend, and you will find, like, get out of your head that women are bitchy and that you shouldn't be friends with women, because you are a woman, and if you don't think you are that, maybe you're attracting what you are. Maybe you're not being the person who you would like to find, and sometimes that's another problem. You're not the only one. You're not the only one in this world who's nice. Like, there are loads of people around the world who are nice. Maybe you just need to get into a new environment to meet those people. Go to certain women events. I know sometimes people can be very cliquey, but there are a lot of women who aren't cliquey, and there are a lot of women who are in your shoes who are also looking for friends. So learning how to be personable and learning how to be social with other other women and learning, you know, and just talking about your interests. Like, it may not be typical women interests. Like, I know a lot of people who don't have female friends always justify it with, all they want to do is get around and talk about makeup. There are many women who are not interested in makeup or don't talk about it that much. There are many women who don't talk about all hair, makeup, nails, shoes and bags. Like, that's not all women talk about. And that's what I mean by like internalized misogyny, in terms of this is all women do and I'm just the exception to that rule. Actually, no, there are many people like you. We can't all be tainted by that stereotype. We can't all be tainted by that projection. So looking for women who are like you just involves you getting into certain circles that you find interesting and going out of your way to talk to women, going out of your way to make new friends, to network with women. Just DM somebody and be like, yo, I feel like I don't have any women friends, can we go to brunch? Yeah, why not? Let's talk about it. Like, get to know people. If you're watching this and you have advice to give, or you just got a comment, or you just have something to say, go into that comment section. Let's have a conversation. I'm gonna be lingering there as well, just to reply to you lot, give you my finger snaps and give you my I don't agree. So let's talk down below. Please do give advice. This is a space of love. This is a space of learning. So just bear that in mind when you comment down below. If you have your own dilemma that you want to send me, all of them are always kept anonymous, so just DM me at _C Daniella B on Twitter, or at _Courtney Daniella on Instagram, and we can get to chatting. So yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. Stay blessed, stay beautiful. Mwah.